Hey guys!
Hi guys, it's the last day of 2020. Some of us will be relieved to see the end of 2020. Others of us are really excited, or some maybe you're a little bit apprehensive to go into the new year. Whatever the case may be, here we are at the end of another year.
So we've learned something this week. We went for a coffee in a shopping mall this week, and when I went to order the coffee, the owner, I think she's the owner of the shop, actually was so rude, and I felt so irritated with her because she almost had the attitude that she's doing me a favor buying or supporting her shop and making me a coffee. And I could just feel, when you get that feeling in your flesh, it's like, oh, you just want to say something. So I wasn't extremely rude, but I did say to her, hey, is something wrong? Because I sense that you are very irritated. And she just responded by, here's your table number. And she gave me the little sign. And I was so justified in my actions, but of course we don't have peace when we react in that way, right? I'm sure many of you can relate to that. So when I got back to the table, we started talking about it, the whole incident. I was telling Ilza's very in a self-justified way to justify my actions, how I was behaving with this lady. And then we started talking, and it's so true that many times our actions actually can withhold God using us to bring light in a dark situation, right?
Yeah, when we act in the flesh, oftentimes when we perceive that someone's being rude to us or someone is not treating us in a way that we feel we need to be treated, pride, we've all been there, I've been there, we've all been there, then we kind of miss the bigger picture.
I really did fail in this situation. My flesh was really stinking. The funny thing is actually the verse of the day that came up on that day was in 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4, and it reads, love endures with patience and serenity. So serenity means to be calm or peaceful, and love is kind and thoughtful, and it's not jealous or envious. Love does not brag or being proud. And that really made us think, because my actions actually did not show any of those things. I miserably failed.
Yeah, and I think the lesson we want to take away from this for ourselves, and maybe we can encourage you to do the same, is this one thing, like Corinthians 14 talks about how love covers a multitude of sins. And when you look at someone and maybe they're not acting in a way that you deem worthy, or that you necessarily like, or maybe they are just blatantly rude to you, maybe they are disrespecting you, maybe they are not kind to you. Remember that love covers.
Yeah.
So the same way you would want God to treat you, you treat that person that way, with kindness, with love, with compassion, with understanding. You don't know, maybe that person have had a really bad day, maybe they're sick,
maybe worried about the COVID situation,
maybe they lost someone. We don't know what people go through. This actually reminds me of a time many years ago when we first immigrated. I was working in a salon, managing a salon in Christchurch, and a lady bought shampoo, and then a few minutes later she came back, slammed the shampoo back down on the counter, and she said that the same shampoo is 5 cents cheaper at the salon just on the other side of the mall.
the opposition.
And she wants a refund. And I remember looking at her a little bit strange.
5 cents?
5 cents. I asked her, can't I just give you 5 cents? It would be less of a hassle for me to actually have to put through a whole refund. Just give her 5 cents. It's like, can't I just give you the 5 cents? And she was quite adamant, nope, it's the principle of the situation, and she wants her money back. And I thank God that I actually kept my mouth shut. I simply just gave her money back, blessed her on her way out. But as she walked out, or as she was doing this whole thing, my client was actually waiting for me, and she knew my client. And as I took my client through to the basement to wash her hair, my client actually said to me, she feels really sorry for that lady, and also almost apologized that the lady acted that way towards me. But the reason this lady is the way she is at the moment is because she just lost her only son.
Oh, wow.
And she was in a world of pain. And I remember thinking that at that split second I had a choice to be really nasty, because I didn't have to, according to whatever, I didn't have to just give her money back. I could have made a big thing about it.
Yeah.
But I was really thankful I just kept quiet, because we don't know.
What a lesson, eh?
Yeah.
Remember, other people's sins does not give you the right to sin. That's very important for all of us. So remember this one. Other people's actions towards you, whether it's justifiable or not, does not give us the right to act in the same way back to them or to not show love. So, it's the last day of the year. We've got a great opportunity to let go of regrets. We've got great opportunity to love each other, to support each other, to ask for forgiveness. If you've sinned or if you turned away from God in some areas in your life, this is a great time to say, God, it's a new year. Forgive me for my sins. I repent. I turn away from my sins.
I want to come back to you.
If there's people you need to forgive, go to them. Say, I've done this and this against you. Please forgive me. Start the new year in love. Start the new year with a new, fresh beginning. I'm sure that is God's heart for all of us. And remember that in James, I think James 4 verse 8, we read that draw near to God and He will draw near to you. That's a promise God made. So don't be afraid. Don't feel that you've gone too far, because God is waiting for you. So let's enter this new year, 2021, with love. Let's love one another. And let's see what the new year brings.
Yeah, let's glorify Jesus in everything.
Have a wonderful New Year's.
Blessings.
Bye.